I'm live. Actually, what day is it today? Today's not Monday, is it? It's Tuesday. Okay. Momentarily confused. Thought I was streaming on one of my days off. It turns out yesterday was kind of a blur. Not sure how that happens, but so it goes. Oh, look at that. I was just checking my phone while I was talking to myself. And look at this. We have an itch.io comment on my itch.io thing. Also, I'm live on Twitch. Who would have known? Received an email to myself. Alright, let's see. Comments. Look at this. I wrote a game for a game jam. Look at that. Let's just respond live on stream. Hit it with a like. Graphics could have been improved a little bit. Yeah, I suppose. I was just using the pre-made graphics and I didn't really add anything else. Or I barely used any pre-made graphics, actually. It's pretty much just the character sprites. So, thanks. Oh, just hit him with the thanks for playing. Anyone ever tell you that I don't pay attention to comments. Alright. So, what we're going to be working on today is trying to finish up this this entire UI rewrite, which is going slowly. I mean, this part looks good. It's just these two parts here, which are going to be very tough, and I need to think about a good way of handling this. Or what we could do is try to debug this issue. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'll just need to, you know, actually fix it. Which is my GIF tool that I made for Godot. Let's close this. Loaded all the files, how nice. We're not leaking anything, right? Yeah. So, let's see. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I remember I was doing something with the props, but that was... Oh, jeez, it was only 2 days ago. Feels like it's been forever in this week. I don't know why. Let's see. This is our features. Prop receiver. So the hope here is that everything is centrally controlled, but I think the more that I work on this, the more I become convinced that this is not the correct solution. So let's see. Let me see. We can figure this out. So this prop toggled signal broadcaster, prop toggled this will re-emit back down to load prop information. Wait, so on prop toggled, where does this come from? So prop toggled, oh geez. That's tough. I think this is starting to turn into spaghetti, unfortunately. But at least it's spaghetti that's all in one place, you know? You can have spaghetti, or spaghetti that's in just 2 places, as opposed to 5 separate places plus 1. So, I don't know though. It might be better just to do... Hard to say. It's hard to say. So this is correct. This is our prop toggle, generate our UI element. Then VBox. So this is instanced props. Yes. On prop toggled, and then for whatever is inside of prop receiver. Huh. Let me think. So map bones, that works. Instance props, that works. So we can open up our model.xml, and that's our first list. We only have 3 lists that we need to keep track of. So there's the bone list, there's our prop list, and then the prop list also has an associated sublist, which displays, you know, list information, associated list stuff. So custom props is its own list, and then prop details just displays whatever is inside of custom props. And then similarly for presets, you have presets, which is its own list, and then preset info, which displays things from the main list. So let me see. Data. Load prop information. VBox call deferred name elements, and then we'll need to do all of these as well. Generate UI elements. So the events always hook up to something if there's something to hook up. I need to remember, what am I doing with the data binds? Or is that it? Do I do anything else with that? That's the question. So data bind, blah blah. What do I do with this data bind? Parent model. Oh, okay, so I'm not actually using data bind for like anything. Well, I'm not using it directly inside of list element. I believe toggle element actually uses it directly, I think. Maybe not. Which thing uses data bind? Is it input element? Input element. So data bind data type. So match data type. Oh, we're not actually doing any type checking here, but we should. We can do this really quick. So let me see. String. So data type, we want to match it, and then possibly just return early as well. So we'll go into app manager, log message. So unhandled data type. Data type, and then this is going to be an error, so we'll try to call my attention to it. This one we'll do if text is valid integer, or if not, Text is valid integer. I'm gonna do at manager. We can just do this. Func invalid type message text. So I don't have to type out the same thing over and over again. So this is just a wrapper around at manager log message. So, well, that's tight. Oh, it's tough. I guess it doesn't make sense there to do it like that. We'll just have to do it manually. At manager log message. You know, text is not valid integer. True. And then we'll just do a bit of string formatting here, and then early return. And then there we go. So if not text is valid float. Okay, with one of these, this is not a valid float. I'm not sure what string is gonna be. Text dot is valid. That's pretty much like a pass, right? So it's just nice to have. Yeah. But I guess like by default, if you don't pass in a data type, then we'll just send it. We'll just send it. Oh, actually, no, we need to do something like this, right? So some of these take in like interpolation value. Yeah, so these need to be passed the appropriate thing. So this shouldn't be, we shouldn't be passing just the raw string, right? So we'll do var result, which can be anything, which is part of the problem. So we'll do, if it's a string, then we'll just do result is equal to text. Wow, phenomenal. This, and then here we'll do result is equal to float text. So I'll float it. This one will int it. Result is equal to int text. So one of the few upsides to duck typing here. And see, we're not even returning anything. We're actually emitting an event with the result here. So now any of our inputs, whenever we send it out, they'll go out to the signal broadcaster with the appropriate type. So some of these, like headbone, broadcast headbone, it receives a string, whereas interpolation rate receives a float. And so you can kind of see here in our input element, that's what we're doing, is we're doing a type check and then just casting to that specific type, then emitting the event name and then the results, and then in our GUI, which then receives that event, the GUI, let me see, where is it? On events, if it receives an array, then it will emit the one, this thing. So we'll kind of figure it out at runtime, which method we want to call on signal broadcaster, and then pass along this is the input, which is what these do. And then this is a double toggle, so. Or I guess if you have more than one input that's emitted from a specific UI element, this is what this handles. This one is just the one-to-one, you know. Input has a name and then the value. So that's what this handles. How neat. So, glad I got that handled. Guess I haven't checked that yet. I probably should have checked it earlier, but that was probably broken. But Luckily, I have just fixed it by accident. Well, I have fixed it not by accident, but I have discovered it by accident before actually testing it. How nice. So this is our ready function. Doesn't matter how long it is. Current view isn't used. I don't remember what current view was supposed to be doing. Oh, current view is... Wait. Wait. Oh no, it is used. But it is shadowing an already defined variable at 95. View toggling. That's fine. That's fine. Well, we'll keep it like that. It's not hurting anything to shadow, I guess. So let's see. These are all the callbacks. Which makes sense. Add custom props. So this, let's actually start delimiting these by view as well. So this is features. This is I don't think any of these are tracking. That's what I renamed it to, tracking. Yeah. So I think I do need to hook those up at some point. Are these not hooked up though? Like, these are all model stuff. All model loaded. Well, not that one. This one. So this is model. Reset, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so none of the tracking stuff is actually hooked up. Could be a problem. Could be a problem. Yeah, let's start hooking this up. Because tracking is fairly different from the initial or the current implementation. So this is tracking. And we'll start hooking this up. Oh, and then let's see. This needs to be hooked up here. So that's a model GUI, tracking, translation damp. Actually, not all of these need to be. Oh, is that why I didn't do it? Translation damp. Yeah, some of these don't actually go back. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Yeah, on translation damp, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's what we're going to call it, right? So func on translation damp. So these just map one-to-one to the signal, which is fine. Emits a signal with the value. So let's see. Gives us a float. And then these are all just method stubs, of course. Long rotation down. Func on. Additional bone damp. Oh, yeah. So by default, you have full tracking speed on your head bone, but you do not have full tracking speed on like additional bones. That makes sense, right? So you don't want your neck to move at the same speed as your head. Otherwise, you know, it's gonna look pretty unnatural, but that's what additional bone damp is for. So I think if you set bone damp to just 1, yeah, if you just set bone damp to 1, it will, you know, it'll track additional bones that you selected at the same speed. which may or may not be what you expected. That's fine, right? I try to provide sensible defaults. But, you know, if you don't like my sensible defaults, if you don't think it's very sensible at all, you are free to change it. On interpolate model. On interpolation rate. Float. Should track I. I'm really just copying down everything pretty much word for word, but appending onto it. Because it makes it easier for me to kind of map everything back. Although it does present a problem. So like whenever I rename things, I'm going to have to remember to rename them in 2 places. Ooh, look at that. Got some really weird slowdown. Is bone toggled already hooked up? Where is bone toggled hooked up? Bone toggled. Oh, I did the props beforehand for some reason. Okay, so let me do. I'm gonna do the same comment thing here. So this is model callbacks. These are features callbacks. So of course these are going to be hard-coded here. But in terms of what the user can do, yeah, features. The user can rearrange, you know, this XML file however they see fit. And it doesn't affect anything in the code, right? Because the code all kind of runs asynchronously, like nothing, there's no dependencies except on the lists, but the lists already take care of all that, right? So this is all tracking stuff. So we'll do app manager, SB connect. Let's see. Oh, I need this. I need to be able to see this. Bring you over here. Tracking, so this is translation down. Self on translation down. Oh my god. There's so many signals to hook up. Oh, hello. Aloe Zingy, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Long-time viewer. Finally subscribed. Always appreciated, never necessary. Hey man, I've been only lurking your stream, but I just noticed you got affiliated. Congrats. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. It's you know, big achievement I guess. Mostly just hard work and not really minding if I don't have too many viewers, but it's, you know, I enjoy talking to myself. I may or may not be a crazy person. Love the little chat dudes. Oh, then you'll love this. Check this out. Wait, we can grab. Wow. We can throw them around. I wrote this. Yeah. We can also we can make you really big. There's also chat commands. Well, not chat commands. There are, whatchamacallit, channel point rewards. So, there's like, you can make everyone jump by doing this. You can randomize whoever you are, or you can type in a custom command, where the custom command kind of maps 1-to-1 with these values. So if you have the word random, the word duck, the word chonk, or the word small in your custom command, it will do a best effort to find your little avatar and apply those commands. How neat. Yeah, I know there's a thing called stream avatars that you can that you can use, but I just decided to make my own because I don't think stream avatars lets you do this, which is abuse the avatars by throwing them around. Yeah, it's open source if you, I guess, are interested in it. Located on my GitHub under the name Friendly Potato Stream. Let me see. Yeah, one of these. Yeah, the setup is a little complicated, but you know, you can just let me know if you need help or something. Not very well documented, but it totally works. You need to make a box where you can put viewers in timeout. Oh, you know what? That's a really good idea. Or like have some sort of also does the Nico Nico thing. Yeah, see? That was the first thing I implemented. Turned it off for a while, but decided why not. It's a good idea though. Maybe have some sort of thing where I can instance in more physics objects so I can make a little jail or something. Anyways, there it is. It's a very niche tool, of course, since it's really only useful for streamers, but on rotation. Horny jail. Bonk. Have a jailbreak redeem that opens its doors. Should I be taking notes? That's a fun idea. It's a fun idea. Could be fun, but I also don't really have any moderators, so I'm not trying to do too much, I guess, chat manipulation while I'm programming. But it could be done. It's not too hard to do, right? The biggest question is, how much time do I want to sink into that? Yeah, like the channel point reward stuff, that's easy. I just need to like build it in. But like putting people into horny jail, that sounds a bit more involved. Can be done though. I mean, if that's your request, I do take sub requests. So, you know, you're tier 1, you get 1 request. So, if there's something that you would like me to implement, I can definitely look into doing that. Translation. I mean, it's open source, so if I really wanted to do it, you'll just get a pull request one day. Oh, baby. That's how you know you've made it. People are making pull requests. Yeah. I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead for sure. Rotation. Or if you just want to take it and use it for your own machinations. Machinations, actually. You don't pronounce machination like machine. But I spelled it in my head before I said it out loud. If you just want to take it, closed source it, maintain your own fork, that's also cool with me. It's licensed under Apache too. No, if it lets you become a duck, it has 100% of the features I need. Alright, so check this out. So you do one of these. Or we can just randomize. Let's see. There's a mushroom in here somewhere. There's a mushroom. I swear there's a mushroom. Yeah, there we go. So you can become a mushroom as well. A duck or a mushroom. Pretty much anything. Whatever you want. Let's see, interpolate model. So what I'm doing right now is I'm hooking up all these signals to like a central handler. From central handler to central handler. So a little inefficient, but it does simplify the data flow. So interpolation rate. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I am completely rewriting the UI for this little face tracking program. So I did just have a release. I did cut a new release, I think Sunday. And so the UI still looks like this, kind of ugly, but very functional. But unfortunately, every single UI element uses a kind of hard-coded style, if that makes sense. So it's very hard to change how it looks. So what I've done is I've done this, where it's all, alright, so by the way, this is gonna change, but this is just a test of the kind of auto styling, so it kind of like how CSS works, so it kind of all just kind of propagates out. And then these are all actually user configurable if you change these resource files, so you can just reorder them at will, which is kind of cool. So they're all auto-generated. So that's why I'm needing to now hook everything up kind of manually, because everything used to be hooked up, I guess. Well, everything used to be hooked up manually as well, and it is still being hooked up manually, but now I'm just hooking them all up in one place. Yeah, really cool. No you. Connect, should track I. Yeah, it's cool, I think. I think it might be a little too cool for its own good. Because now it's also a little too complicated. Like, it works for, I guess, things that aren't auto-generated. But for things like, for like this bone list, it's actually very complicated. Or this feature list, or the preset list, very complicated, unfortunately. And that's something I did not foresee before I started making this. Yeah, everything else that isn't auto-generated, super easy to hook up. Things that are auto-generated, it's proved to be a slight problem, shall we say. Oh, and then I need to continue filling these out, or, you know what, let's just add it to do. We'll fill these out later. Now, it comes with a template example for any future users. It's not terrible that it's intricate. Yeah, I think the user-facing side is really easy to use, right? Because it's just, you know, if you want to reorder them, we can do... Let's see, what does this look like right now? Oh, so we have these buttons up here, so I guess I can demonstrate. I actually haven't tested this myself, but let's see if it works. So you have these buttons here. This is like the load model button. It pops up the window so you can select something new, right? But if you decide that you no longer want to see these on top, and instead you want to see these down here, you just move this from up here to down here. Press play, and then hope it works. Oh baby, look at that, it just works. It just works. And then you can also rename these files if you want, so they all come provided, which is the kind of the best part of it, right? So with every one of these, I redistribute a resources folder that comes with all of these, and also just kind of I guess, example scripts as well, so you can kind of inject scripts into the program, which is bizarre. I think this is untraveled, uncharted territory. I have not seen too much about this on the internets. So not too many people do this, which is loading scripts at runtime, and pretty much no one does this, which is constructing GUIs at runtime. Sounds safe? Yeah, yeah. Totally. Well, I believe it says in the open source license that it comes with no warranty, so just don't, you know. Be safe, kids. Don't load in scripts you don't trust. Not even your own. Alright. So this is the GUI stuff. Yeah, I do know that that is one of the problems with loading stuff in dynamically, is that you do run into that problem with malicious actors, so people could sneak in malicious code, but I don't think that's a good enough argument to also lock that off from users if they know what they're doing. Especially not my own. Exactly. Exactly. Like, for example, I don't really trust this code that I'm writing right now. Anything that's in this file, list element, I'm starting to become really wary of. It's starting to become very scary. I think this is pretty good. I think this actually works. These still need a name to do. Grab the name somehow. So I'm auto-generating the UI elements, which I was also doing here, by the way. See, any of these are super easy to implement, but just lists, man, those are tough. Let's see, prop toggle. So these actually still need an event as well. I think these should probably be completely custom as well. So prop toggled. Where's prop toggled? Oh, this is prop toggled. Oh no. And these also need data binds. Okay, so let's add a note for myself. So to do, add event and data bind. Okay. So it's starting to look a lot like HTML, which is a bad thing. Or it might be a good thing, who knows? Except in this, if you were to do any sort of tag, so if I were to create like a new label tag with some sort of name and close it off, then be like, hello, this is a note. I don't think this would actually work. Or I think it would work, but then this would just be discarded. Like, this doesn't do anything, which is super cool. So, well, it's not super cool, it's just kind of weird. Actually, would this work? What happens when I do this? Please don't crash. Oh baby, it just kind of... yeah, it just kind of works, which is cool. Look at that. I have accidentally made the XML parser error resistant. This is not handled, but also it doesn't do anything. Too powerful. I know. That's why I limit myself to only work on this 4 days a week. Otherwise, who knows what I could do. The code has become sentient. Yeah, it's okay. I've already released it for free on the internet, so, you know, hopefully as its creator, Skynet will have mercy on me, and instead of murdering me, it'll just insert me into the Matrix. That'll be pretty cool. That's actually a plus in my book. So VBox call deferred add child. Let's see, this is the move element. So every single element will have or every single custom element will have one of these. So I'll have a move element, or a name element, a move element, a rotate element, which used to be called spin, but I've decided I no longer like that terminology, even though it did allow for each of the elements to be 4 letters, basically. So move, 4 letters, spin, 4 letters, and zoom, but I think rotate is a bit more specific. And then this is zoom elements. You know, I've been having to schedule a lot of Zoom calls recently, right? At work, they no longer allow us to use our, I guess, in-house tooling, because I'm a consultant, so we have our own kind of open source video chat software. But now the clients is kind of really cracking down on that, you know. No longer very happy with us skirting security regulations, so now I have to use Zoom. And let me tell you, Zoom isn't bad. Hello, Philippe. How are you doing today? I am doing pretty well. Oh, you know what I did today? If we're going to be asking about my day, I figured out how to insert compile time variables into Golang stuff. So that's cool. I think it's I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing that we have to do since we're not allowed to expose secrets, but we are allowed to bundle secrets into the application. So that's what we do, is we just do that. We compile the application, pull environment variables that have secrets, and stuff it into them. Doing fine. You see the new announcement about Godot 4.0 is, where was it announced? Was it announced on Twitter? Oh, the GD extension stuff, right? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's not look at my Twitter feed on a stream. My Twitter feed is very degenerate. Is it Rita's? Oh, jeez. TOC time. Let's go. What's TOC? Terms of cert? No. TOS. Just tweeted. Juan tweeted it was a thread. TOS. Yeah. Definitely TOS time. Alright. We're back. I found it. Also, my mouse is bugged out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw this. Yeah. Yeah, the native extension system. Yeah. Oh, you can see here I already liked it. Yeah, the worst part about GD native stuff was the fake scripts that you had to use to link your DLL to the engine. It's very bizarre. Yeah. I'm not gonna read it all out loud though, but I thought this part was cool, that they're going to provide CI configuration so GitHub can do the builds for you every time you push. Yeah, in terms of cerveza, I am sipping on some gin, so cheers, brother. Gonna be really cool. The engine can grow up, become really bloated. Yeah. I think that's really cool. That's really cool. I think the primary thing that I'm curious about is how many languages will have bindings to kind of all the core stuff. Yeah, so like if you can bind like Python or like lots of garbage collected code, I'm all in. If it's still just you know, C++ and Rust, you know, manual memory management, I'm still in, but I'm not as far in. It's cool though. I think this might be a hot take, but I think a lot of people are interested in it, but there's not going to be too many people actually writing GD extension stuff. right? Because I think if you couldn't figure out the GD native stuff now, you're still probably not going to be able to figure out the new 4.0 Godot native extension stuff then, right? Because it's the native code stuff is hard. The native code stuff is hard. So if you can't read instructions, then this isn't going to make it simpler, I think. I think this just takes out one step, which is the fake files, it looks like. And it also exposes more stuff. There's actually a few people doing it, but there's probably not as many people for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to do it, you could have made it happen. Right, like I've written a few plugins. Actually, look at this one. I wrote this one. This one uses Rust as a GD native thing. Only works on Windows, which is actually what this issue's about. So it captures a GIF of your current viewports and then exports it to a GIF or a GIF. So it's not hard, and I don't really get what people are complaining about for a lot of this stuff. But anyways, I don't know. That's like I made up a straw man to get angry at. So let's discard the straw man now. Alright, so parents generate UI elements. When we generate our UI elements, props. So these are all hooked up. And then these will need to have, you know what? I think I was talking about this, or I said this to myself on Sunday, but I'll need to have a kind of custom type of toggle for props, maybe. Because props, whenever they send out information, they only send the prop name, which is, move. And then no, they don't even send out the prop name. They only send out the events, and then whether or not it was toggled off or on or off. Apologies. So okay, let's create a custom thing. So we'll go to screens, GUI, elements. Actually, we didn't need to go to this folder, but it makes me feel good. Screens, GUI, elements, base element. Or maybe we can reuse the toggle element. Yeah, let's just reuse the toggle element. And so there's no theme applied here because I'm using kind of like some fancy theme propagation. So just like how CSS kind of works through, it cascades down the element tree. Godot's theming system works the same way, which is something I didn't realize at first. I didn't know that's how that worked. But once I learned, it became a lot easier. Yeah, I think Godot is quickly becoming one of my kind of like favorite development environments, because it does pretty much everything that you need it to do. And then if you need to do like a real programming stuff, then you can always hook in, some code. You can hook in some code via GD native or C# or whatever. Which is neat. So this is a prop toggle element. So we have double toggle element, we have a regular toggle element, and then we have a prop toggle element. I'm gonna have to create another one for presets, but then that should be fine. Yeah. But yeah, the going back to what I was saying, the kind of workflow that you can get up to with Godot, or that I've kind of found that works for me, is that like if you don't need to do like a game or something that's like, game based, you can still use Godot for the front end, and then just have your back end just be completely separate, and then you just use Godot for pretty much just display. and you know, it provides multi-platform export as well, which is really cool. Out of the box, you don't need to download additional libraries, but you can if you want to. So like you're doing C#, which is first party supported, or if you're doing like Rust, easy. I'm really bad at talking about C++ since I hate C++'s package management, aka there isn't really too much. I know you can use things like Conan, or I think Conan's the only one I know. Then there's like VS package or something like that. But a build system for C++, gross. C#, pretty dope. Rust is okay. Build system for Rust, fantastic. Writing Rust is hard. The point of C++ is it does nothing for you. Yeah. I'm not that kind of programmer. Yeah. I'm the kind of programmer that started with Python too, and then writes Java, Python, and Golang for work. Professionally. I do appreciate the hand-holding bigger languages do, or more higher level languages do for me. Like manual transmission in a car, which I also prefer. I know how to drive stick at low speeds. Kinda. I understand the basics, right? It's like you need to shift. To start, you need to release the clutch. You shift to first, then shift out of first, and then shift back to first. Something like that. And then after you get driving, then you just need to listen for the sound or look at the RPM to know when to shift to the next gear. I don't know. I've driven stick shift once and then never again. Because I had to drive one of my friends' their truck. Because they were too tired to keep driving, but it was already late and we were trying to get back to school. It was a fun time. Actually, it was completely terrifying to me. I had no idea how to drive had no idea how to drive stick. You know, once you're on the highway, just cruising along, not too bad. Each their own, nothing wrong with preferring higher level languages. Yeah. For the most part, yeah. I mean, I do acknowledge that knowing how memory management works, you know, underneath is very useful to know. It's not always necessary, but it does help it inform some design decisions. But, you know, memory management isn't everything, you know. Also knowing how data should flow through your application is also very important, which is also something that I kind of struggle with, unfortunately. Which is why I had to rewrite the entire config system recently, which is why I was able to cut a new release. For me, I feel less safe if there's things going on behind the scenes. I suppose. The way I see it, for me at least, is that I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. You know, I kind of vaguely know what I want to happen, and then how exactly it happens, I'm like, I don't know, you know. The programmer who made the library can take the wheel from here. Alright, so you may be thinking, did I just copy all of this from here to here manually? And you would be correct. I just realized I did that. Why did I do that? Why didn't I just copy and paste? The world may never know. But the reason why we did this is because we now need to do one more thing. which is we need to pass along a second event here. So button states and then also the prop name. So I'm not sure where I'm going to get prop name for, or where I'm going to get prop name from. Oh, you know where I can get prop name from? Here, I'll just add another variable. Look at that. Var prop name. Right, and then we'll do button state prop name. So we'll send that along. Then list element. Name elements, generate UI elements. So this needs to be a few other things. Read an amazing post the other day which encouraged the reader to replace imposter syndrome with brilliant con man syndrome. I might not know what I'm doing, but all these fools think I am, so I'm gonna make the most of it. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's basically my job, right? You know, consultant. Consultants don't really know what they're doing, but they're paid to act like they know what they're doing, and that's what I'm good at. Yeah, I'm good at talking and sounding more or less confident about what I'm talking about at all times, which is good. It's also a bit terrifying because sometimes I'll just be talking like, oh man, what am I talking about again? Oh no, let's just keep going and hope they don't notice. Have you ever watched the series House of Lies? I have not. I'm assuming House of Cards is not related. I also have not watched House of Cards all the way through, so that's not relevant, I suppose. Prop toggle element. So we're preloading everything because we preload one of these. Not House of Cards though, it came out around the same time. No, I've not seen House of Lies. I'm probably like a really bad person to talk to about TV shows. That's one of my failings, is that I don't really watch too much TV. I'm more of a, you know, more of an active mind kind of guy. If I watch TV, I pretty much just go to sleep every time. It's about a consultancy firm. I think you might enjoy it. Yeah, I think I might get a kick out of it for sure. Because I think a lot of consultants. Well, because I've been on. Actually, I've only been on the consultant side. I've never been a client. If you can tell it from the name what it stands is on the business, this is true. Well, I think. Talking from experience as well, I think a lot of consultants also have the same stance. Professional services consultants. So like if you work for, you know, like a big consultancy firm, like a Deloitte, KPMG, EY, what's the other one? PwC, Big Four, or you're working for McKinsey, Boston Consulting Group, or Bain, BCG. No, it's B. MBB, that's the acronym. So there's Big Four, which is the Big Four accounting firms, which also have their big consulting arms, where Deloitte is the biggest one. I've talked to a few of those people. They all think it's BS. I haven't really talked to too many MBB people, but which are the big three management consulting firms. I work in tech consulting, so I work for a big open source company. Doing implementation, but I also think it's kind of BS, right? Because a lot of these guys have no idea what they're doing. I think I used to not know what I was doing, so it's also fair. You know, I'm not too hard on the newer guys. Because I was the same way, and then you just kind of slowly build up knowledge as to what you're doing. But, you know, I think so to give an example, right? I think I've completely gotten off topic, but I'm going to still call it an example. My current project, I was fake it till you make it. Fake it till you either get replaced or they forget about it. Or someone does it for you. unfortunately. But my current one, right, I was brought on to do Jenkins work, which I knew how to do, Golang stuff, which I did not know how to do, Ansible and Ansible Tower stuff, which I am on paper certified to do. And then like hook all of those things together, which I had never done before. And let me tell you, I've written a lot of garbage in the past year. Written a lot of garbage. So this is prop toggle. Prop toggle, and then this last one also prop toggle. So these are all now prop toggles. So the name, hold on, this doesn't look right. Yeah, why is this? Oh no, this is data name. Oh, okay, so I need to pass in a different thing as well. So this is not, it's not move, this is rotate, this is not move, this is zoom. Oh yeah, it's fake it till you make it, but it's not really until you make it, it's until you eventually, you know, throw something together and then it's accepted by the client because they don't know what they bought. And then the architect covers for you. Or the sales guy resells it as something else. Oh, hello, Myros. How are you doing today? Good morning to you. If it's morning for you, I suppose that would put you somewhere in Asia, right? So Hong Kong time is roughly 12 hours out, I think. So that would, I don't know, Da. Wait, hit you with an Ohio? Maybe a Puggy? Morning, great you. My sleep schedule is messed up. Fair, understandable. Prop name. I'm doing pretty okay. What I'm working on today, and I was talking about consultants stuff and whatever, and how I think it's all BS, but also realize that I'm also a consultant. Switzerland, by the way. Oh, geez. I don't know any Swiss, and I don't know any French. So, I don't know. Guten Tag. Got to go. Gotta say how I slept since yesterday. I'll leave a lurk. Oh, baby. Have a good sleep, Philippe. No chat commands just yet. I still have not implemented that in my bot. There is no Twitch bot, actually. I only have a Discord bot. Which by the way, Discord bot, pretty cool. Wrote a anti-spam thingy for that. I think it works. And I'll probably do the same thing for Twitch once I get around to it. Take it easy, Philippe. But yeah, what I'm working on today is I am working on this application, which is a face tracker. It is open source, available on my GitHub, which you can find in the description below under the name which you can find under the name OpenCFace GD. Oh, okay, you know? Okay. You know, is this... I know I downloaded it. Oh, baby. Did you download the latest release? I think it's on release 0.6.0. Let me know if you find any bugs. What I'm doing right now is I'm rewriting the UI system. And lurk redeem that puts a chat dude to sleep. Difference. Ooh, a lurk redeem. That's cool. That's a good idea. Maybe. I would need to like create another sprite, since all of these sprites that you see here are just 3-frame loops. A few days ago I didn't have the time to try it. Okay. Well, fair enough, fair enough. But you see here that this is what the current UI looks like. Kind of ugly, but very functional. And this is what I am refactoring it into. So it's still very ugly, also very functional for the most part. The big difference is that the themes are no longer hard-coded, so now it uses like a CSS style theme propagation, so it's easier to change. And then also it's possible to reorder elements and also just reorder pages if you want. Reorder, so you can move elements from page to page, create your own pages, and it's all configurable from the user end, since actually the application generates a new UI whenever it loads up, which is a little wasteful, but it's a, you know, it's a one-time cost. And in return, it's completely configurable, which is cool. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to implement the kind of custom props part, which I can kind of demo here. Actually, custom props are broken right now, but it's the one bug that I found so far, which is it used to be you could instance in a new prop and then have it kind of track your face. So let's grab this, move it over here. So it's basically just an anime poster on the wall, and then we can do. Oh, actually, no, it totally works. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but look at that. It's not broken after all. I guess I'll need to figure out how to reproduce that. The transparency is permanent or just for help with programming? So right now it's permanent. The plan is to make it configurable in like probably app settings. So right now I just have a default search path, but in the future I'll do stuff like, you know, do you want to have transparency on? Do you want to have transparency off? And do you want to turn on, you know, I guess better anti-aliasing? But I don't know, it's weird. Whenever I talk to people, you know, some people were like, you should use transparency, it'll look a lot better. And so I was alright. And then I talk to more people and they're like, why are you using transparency? It's it's so much more taxing on your system. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Transparency is kind of hard to see. Yeah. I think it's also more taxing on, I think it is probably more taxing to capture in OBS. But the point is, you know, right now it's easy to capture in OBS because you just do like a game capture, and then you don't need to worry about your what's it called? Your chroma key possibly conflicting with your model, etc. You know? Yeah, it is on the list of things to do. But unfortunately, the list of things to do is very, very long. Because there's a lot of tech debt I'm trying to get through. As always, yes. As is the case. It happens. Yeah, I think a lot of the tech debt is because I'd never worked, or I guess I haven't worked on, I have not designed an application this big before. And so, like, the biggest applications I usually work with, their kind of user flow is really, really quick. Right, we take information from one end, and then pass it out the other. Kind of like a snake, I guess. Which is the same. A lot of my application design chops have been for like enterprise integration design. Like a human eating, yes. I guess, sure. Maybe a bit less complicated than a human eating. Because there's not as many turns. It's more like just, I guess if you want to look at it like goes in one end, comes out the other, then maybe. Anyways, prop name. Need to implement this here. So prop toggle, result is a new one of these, and then do result dot, it's called prop name. prop name is equal to data prop name, right? So the difference between just regular name and prop name is that the regular name, which is used pretty much everywhere else, right? That's used for the display name, as you can see there. Or it's just like the label text. So that's how it looks in the UI, whereas the prop name is specific only for these prop toggle things, because whenever we toggle this element, we need to send the button state as well as the prop name. Or actually, we're going to do the prop name along with the button states. So in general, for a lot of these UI elements, right, it's usually sufficient to just be like, okay, we'll send the element name along with, or we'll send the event name, which is basically the same as the element name in almost every single circumstance. And then we'll send the button state. So is it on or off? And look at this. So actually, in the current application, that's why we have this big middle bar in the middle here with apply and reset fields, apply properties. So whenever you do anything, you can see no change. You actually need to press apply properties, which is a big shortcoming of the current system. And it was too hard to refactor since a lot of things were kind of hard-coded. But now, instant feedback. Oh baby. And for these fields, it's not quite instant feedback. You do need to press enter. Like, oh no. You need to press enter. Additional button. But yeah. But for props, it's not sufficient to just send the name. We also need to send the associated prop. And that's mostly just for this features thing here. So let me kind of move this out of the way. And I'm explaining this for your benefit and also my benefit. So move prop, right? If we just sent, button state along with this thing here, then we wouldn't know which prop it's associated with. So there's a few ways we could get around that. One is we could just check for, which prop is currently selected. Which actually, that might be a possibility. I'm not sure where I would store that though. Doing it this way allows for each element to be more independent. So we send the element name along with the associated prop. Instead of checking for enter, you could check after every input. Yeah. Well, I don't know, right? So if I were to check after every single input, so usually these have fields, and these would be something like, I think this is usually 0.7. So the problem with checking after every input is that if you do something like this, it's an initial 0.7, and we go down to 0. I believe that this is still a valid number, or if you accidentally press backspace twice, then suddenly you basically have just disabled your, model movement. And that's why it's a bit dangerous to check after every single input. Because a lot of these are, or pretty much all of these are, related to model tracking stuff. And so since I'm trying to manipulate the model live as you are currently controlling it, I decided I didn't want to do that. You can catch 0 and ignore it. Yeah, well, and it's also for other things as well, like head bone. So usually, I'm not pre-populating these fields just yet, but I will. So head bone is usually set to whatever the head bone of your model is set to. So it's not always called head, so I try to pull it dynamically. So yeah, we could check for, does this bone exist? If not, do nothing. But I think it just makes more sense to just wait for you to either press enter or leave focus, as opposed to checking after every single, keystroke. Right, I think for some things it makes sense to do it immediately, like the toggle buttons. but for inputs, I think it's a bit too annoying. So like if you fat finger a number to type in the incorrect thing, you don't want it to immediately apply. That's how I feel it. That's kind of the reason why I still have why I initially did the apply properties button here. But of course, it was too cumbersome. And the rubber duck is debugging. Well, not really debugging, just trying to wrap my head around why I did certain design decisions, because I don't always remember why I do certain things. Please don't interpret my kind of long rants as a bad thing. I'm just trying to remember why I do certain things. So this is signal events. So what kind of events are these? These are move prop. Okay, so these send over the prop name and then value, which is some sort of bool. Yeah, explaining these things out loud is, also for my benefit as well. Because sometimes I don't realize that what I was thinking in my head makes no sense. Which is kind of it's the entire rubber ducking process, you see? Yeah, so it's, I'm just trying to justify it to myself as well. I mean, as a comment regarding you saying the explanation is also for your own sake. AKA rubber duck debugging. Confused. Alright, let's drink some water. We can drink some. Let's see. That's pretty much all the water I had left, actually. There we go. I've seen applications where there's 3 conditions to applying: apply key, lose focus, and a short timeout that resets at each keystroke. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what I would want the timeout to be, and also, it sounds difficult. So. Probably not going to do that just yet for me. Timeout would be like 2 to 3 seconds. Yeah, possibly, yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? Timeout. That could work. Yeah, so if you were to go into this application, I don't know. There's something about it that I just don't like about, if you were to do this and be like, I don't know. How does 0.5 feel? And then the application just does it for you? I don't know. I think I'd rather have it just be all human driven, but it's like, if you lose focus or you press enter. So I think losing focus is good enough, right? Because whenever you switch views, you automatically, lose focus anyways. Yeah. Man, I'm just putting on a no strings attached PM hat to your project. Oh no, don't take it as getting super defensive. I'm listening. Sometimes I do miss things. I do appreciate it. Or oftentimes I miss things. It's broadcast. Let's see. Is this how this... Yeah, so this is how this works. Then we need to catch 2 of these. And then we need to then emit this signal. So... This comes as a value. Oh, I remember. This always comes as an array because inside of my GUI here on events, I always broadcast an array no matter what. Or not no matter what. But if I am sending more than one value, I do broadcast an array. So this needs to change. This needs to be some sort of value that comes as... We're basically using it as a tuple, which isn't great. I think I've really come around to the idea of tuples in my programming languages. You know, when I saw them first in Python, I didn't really understand what they were for. But I think if you're doing things with static typing, that makes a lot more sense. Which is to say, I've been writing a lot of Golang, and Golang uses a lot of tuples. And you know what? They're pretty sick. What language is that? Does it have objects? The current language I'm writing this in? Or the one I was talking about with tuples? Which is either Python or Golang. Yes. The stream delay. The one you're currently in. Oh, this is GD scripts. So it's very similar to Python. It is very object-oriented, so you also do have the ability to create like inner classes. So you can do like a class, I don't know, ASDF. And then have it just be like a tuple struct. So you have like a var, a string, whatever. Right, and then you can instance it in here. If I can spell it, ASDF, new. And then you can do inheritance. So you can see that we're doing some inheritance here. So I have a base element script which defines label text, which isn't actually present in this script. Yeah, so it is object-oriented. I prefer object-oriented over, I guess, procedural. But it's just because it's the first one I learned. But also, I don't really see too much of a use for, I guess, like pure functional languages or like, I don't know. Like you always have the need to mutate something. It's just how you store the results of that mutation that changes between each language. That's how I see it. So in like a functional language, you don't have any mutation, you just create new variables or store it somewhere else. Procedural, hard to say. They could do it either way. It's hard, right? You need to store it somewhere, whereas object-oriented, you can just think of it like you're modifying the same thing as it kind of travels along, and that's easier to wrap your head around. So you don't need to worry about the old objects, because you only have the one object. Pure functional language assembler. See a hard use case for that. Yeah, I don't write that kind of low-level stuff. Assembler. Yeah, I understand how to read assembly code. Or I guess not. Is it yeah, I guess it is assembly code, yeah. Yeah, you got your move, you got your multiplies. Oh, thanks for the cheer. 100 bits. That's something I do need to implement in this little stream thing. Is cheers. Cheers and subscriptions. Like, I do have the ability. I think I am receiving those events. I just don't do anything with them just yet. So, apologies if you wanted something to happen. But I did write that piece of software myself, so I am limited in how much I can do. Make the biddies right on the minions. I could. I did not read that as biddies at first, and I was like, wait a minute. What does that mean? Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't know that you get like a bit leader thing. That's cool. It's not entirely unintentional. Nice. Okay. So we'll go to So this is our signal broadcaster. These are our Zoom prop things. Prop toggled. Who is receiving prop toggled? Do you receive prop toggled? No, you are hooked up to this, and then you'll need to... Prop toggled. List element subscribes to prop toggled, I think. I'm thinking. But yeah. Somewhat related to making biddies rain. I've been to a strip club exactly once, and let me tell you, it was probably like it's not the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my entire life, but I did feel pretty uncomfortable because it's just a bunch of dudes just looking at mostly naked women. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do here? I guess. Are we just all gonna like sit here and pop stiffies or what? What I don't know what to do. Like that's where I felt like, I don't know, man. Am I gay? I don't know. Everyone else seems to be enjoying myself, but I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, we have the internet for that. Yeah, exactly. But also, like, what am I supposed to? I don't know. I'm supposed to be like, hey, bro. Really, it's hot. What do I do? Like, hey, bro. I'm like super asleep right now. I don't know. Just a weird energy I wasn't cool with. It was in like 3 or 4 times with work colleagues, and for me it's like the same as a normal bar. I guess. It's like a normal bar, but it's like more dudes. A normal bar with more dudes. Don't care about the dancers. Yeah. I can see that, but then, I don't know. I think I'd rather just go to a normal bar at that point. I know that some people get something out of it, but I don't. Although, I guess to be fair, I've never received a lap dance, so maybe that's what you're supposed to go there for, but I'm kind of over that. We had like 30% females, and the funny thing is they wanted to go there. Yeah, you know, I hear that sometimes. It's like some of my friends or girlfriends would be like, hey, let's go to a strip club. They're like a male strip club? And they're like, no, like like one's for dudes that have girls in them. I'm like, alright. That sounds like a trap to me, to be honest. It sounds like a trap. Like that. It's more than likely entrapment. Don't do it, man. You had so much to live for. Depends on the female type. Perhaps. I'm trying to figure out where do I handle this? So I'm pretty sure also these should not be handled here, I think. So we go up here. Yeah, probably we don't want to do this. Let's add a note to remove these probably. Remove these probably. We actually have the female type that wants to go there. Heck yeah. I mean, if they... I don't know. I mean, you do you, right? I won't tell you how to live your life. Remove, maybe. I don't know, I had a few female friends who have, I guess, been there. Been to a strip club. Where the strippers were female, but it's mostly just my male friends. Yeah. Or male friends who have girlfriends who push them to go there. No, I've never went with any female friend to a strip club. I guess that's what I'm saying. Oh no. Is he an incel? No, I'm not. No. I do find a lot of people kind of annoying though, but that's, I suppose that's a separate thing. I think I need to... Prop toggle needs to be connected to this thing, this GUI thing. Prop toggle. Oh, this is... that's where I'm handling it. Phenomenal. And then... Where am I handling move model? Should move model. And then that's handled here. So, but I don't have a handle on the current prop, which is the problem. The problem. Get it? So I'm thinking. Alright, so I do have a base prop script. So I could do this. 10 out of 10 pun, I approve. Is that a HoloLive reference? I approve. Something like that. Let me see. Open C face. Oh, look at that. Another star. Or another 2 stars. Oh baby. And we're at the magic number. You love to see it. Just bad English might have diffused into my brain from HoloLive. Oh baby. Degenerate weebs in chat, rise up. Look at that. We're finally at the best number ever, so please do not add a star. No more stars, please. Oh, you know HoloLive. Alright, so I can continue talking about it. Is that really coined by Shuba? I don't know. I think one of my first exposures to HoloLive was I was watching the Subaru's interview with Kiara, the speed round, I think. And then I just saw that clip for a while. I was like, I approve. I don't know how she does that with her voice. It's a very like screamo voice. Feature view. Looks like it. Holo talk is a gold mine. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Prop to move. Oh, this is how I was handling it. Oh, okay. So that's not good. That's not good. But okay, we're doing it. That's not good, but we're doing it. Props. Var. Prop. To move. Yeah. Spatial. So it's currently nothing. Okay, hold on. So prop to move, and then is it... How do I handle rotating? Prop to move, prop to move. Oh, prop to move, get child. Prop to move. So there's prop to move and then the prop to move parent, but I guess I'm just doing it like the super manual way, but that's fine. Yeah, I've watched a lot of the Holo Talks though. Haven't watched them all the way through. I think I'm not a huge fan of watching the live streams. I wonder if this is like a weird take. Because I find the live streams are just A lot of them are actually kind of boring, but I do like watching the clips. Because, I don't know. Like, for a lot of streamers, I really only watch if you're doing something interesting, which, you know, playing games I don't really count as interesting. Unless you're really good at the game, or if you're, like, interesting or funny. So, interesting or funny, I kind of group into the same category. So, a lot of them, not really, unfortunately. It's only, like, the occasional joke, or I guess they'll do something that's, you know, kawaii, as the weebs say. Should move prop. Oh, hello, DeadSec. I think a lot of the fans only watch clips. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'll tune in really quick to the stream and then probably click out like within 10 minutes unless there's nothing else going on. How are you doing, DeadSec? Quack, quack. Just arrived in the middle of me talking about some degenerate weeb stuff. Should rotate prop. And bar should zoom prop. Yeah. I think the only HoloLive member I actually like tune into their streams is probably Fubuki. So at least she's good at games and is entertaining. Everyone else, kind of a snooze, unfortunately. Let's see. On the plus side, does help with my Japanese immersion, so can really only read, but hopefully at some point I'll be able to listen as well, or listen better. If you talk slowly in Japanese, I can usually kind of figure out what the topic is about. Pekora is hilarious, but you can get most of that from clips anyways. I don't know. Pekora, her laugh is extraordinarily grating. I cannot stand it. It sounds, I don't disbelieve that it's fake. You know, I do realize that calling someone's laugh annoying is really, really rude. But it's, I don't know, I just... Her laugh is amazing. What is it? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Something like that. Alright, so we actually want these functions, I think. Because they're doing anything super centralized. It goes inwards. No, I can't do an inward laugh. That's weird. Yeah, that was a bad impression. Hey. At least I did an impression. I tried. We gave it our best shot. You know, it's enough. You know, you recognize it as an impression. So on move prop. Actually, now we need to do prop toggled. So everything receives well, prop toggle needs to be received by two things. Right? One is the list. I need to write this down. I need to write this down. But I don't really want to get a pencil and paper out. But I am getting confused as to how all the list things. So pretty much everything is a single layer. It goes from, you know, the elements to the signal broadcaster and then back down to our GUI. So it goes from GUI creates the element, and then the element communicates through the signal broadcaster back to our GUI. But in the case of our lists, that's not actually how that works, because we create the list creates all of its elements inside of it. Those elements communicate through the signal broadcaster to talk to both the GUI and the list, and other lists as well. So that's tough. That's tough. I can you think. I'd not be surprised if he plays it up since it's popular. I mean, that was actually be funny MMO, not the memes like the laugh and the war crimes. I have seen the war crime one. I've seen the war crime one. I applied for a job. That's good. Which job was it? Yeah. I know that, you know, when you're doing a streaming like that, you do need to play it up. For sure. You know, I get it. It's the... You know, sometimes you'll play dumb just to, you know, get a rise out of the audience, something like that. Or, you'll overreact. That's why people like watching other people react to stuff. You're like, oh, look at how this person reacts to X and Y and whatever. You know, X, Y, Z. I don't know. I think I'm kind of past that point. Hentai artist? Just kidding. Or are you? Hentai artist, unless... Thinking. On prop toggle. So, new prop. This takes an this actually doesn't take an array. This takes a is it a string? Yeah, it's a prop name and a button state. So it's a prop name, some sort of string, and then value, which is some sort of bool. It's not exciting enough to say it. All right, so are we playing 20 questions? This is how this is gonna play out. Is it a job that allows you to sit down in a chair? No, it's not really an exciting job. Is it a job that involves using your hands? Is it not? Are you not applying to be a hentai artist, but you're applying to be a hentai reader? Is that why you don't want to tell the class? Professional apple bobber. Oh baby. Well, isn't that every job? Well, I don't know. That's why I asked the question. Does it involve using your hands? We still have not gotten an answer to the question yet. So it does leave me to wonder, maybe. Maybe it doesn't require your hands? Okay, yes. Okay, how many questions do I have still? 18? Okay. This do be a sad vibe song. Do you like this song? This song is... Oh, you really like this song, huh? I feel like you ask about this song every time. It's available on my SoundCloud. Yeah. Is it a sad vibe song? I think it's actually pretty fast, right? 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's about a 92. That's 90, about it. Probably like a 90 BPM. I'm counting the beats. Music theory. Well, I did write the song, by the way. I did make the song. So. Am I in music theory? I know a bit of music theory. I did want to study music when I was in school, but use a music practice. All right, is that a challenge? I can open up the song file. Let's see. I've been challenged. I will not allow this to stand. It's so quiet now. I like how this kind of sounds like the Pornhub intro, by the way. All right. Let's see. Oh, this one's actually pretty good, but I just haven't finished it. Listen to this. Why was there a huge pepper on the screen for a moment there? It's because it's one chili pepper. It's pretty hot. Oh god, are we crashing? We might be crashing because I'm out of memory. Oh geez. Look at this, I wrote this one. Well, this is using an arpeggiator, so I am cheating. This is Fruity Loops. It is... It's not the most popular one out there, but it does do a lot of things for you. Is it hot or chili? It's probably red hot, maybe a chili pepper as well. How's this go? Oh, it's this is the good part at 33. This isn't the song I always ask the name of. Oh yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to listen to this one again. Oh god, now I'm hearing now that the mixing is really bad in this part. Actually, I haven't mixed this one at all, that's why. They rebranded FL Studio to make it look more professional. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is FL Studio, whatever the recent one is. FL Studio 20. Look at that. Anyways, let's close this. Goodbye. How do you open? Let's see. This one. This is the one you're asking about. We gotta wait for all the plugins to load. It's pretty much all labs. Look at that. Look at that. How neat. So there's only a piano track and the pizzicato track. I don't even have different tracks for the the cello and violin. I just did them in the same one. Look at that. And then I can do something like this. We can just jack this up. Oh god. Yo, nice transcription as the song someone else wrote. Oh, thank you. I'm pretty good at transcribing. I'm gonna skip ahead. I don't know. I suppose I could have transcribed it, but this is very specific. So, you know, if this doesn't convince you, then I guess nothing will. Since it's actually not possible for me to play this again, since, I don't know. I don't know how I composed some of these songs. I have almost no memory except, like, the mastering part. Anyways, goodbye. Don't save. We'll turn this back on. It's the same song! Our man Tim is a Renaissance man. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I guess I am a Renaissance man, yeah. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, unfortunately. Yeah, you know, I was actually reading that the jack of all trades, master of none is actually that's only part of the quotes, right? The rest of the quote is like it's better to be a master of one than a master of none, but in lieu of that, to be like a master of, to be a jack of all trades, something like that, right? So better than a master of one. I don't know. I think there's several philosophies on that, right? So if we're talking, let's talk about something that's a bit more concrete, right? So if you're playing like you're playing basketball, right? So would you rather have, you know, would you rather, I remember I was asked this question before, would you rather have Steph Curry on your team? Or would you rather have Kevin Harding on your team? Right? I think that's, yeah, probably. Where Kevin Harding is pretty good at a lot of stuff, but he's not the best. But Steph Curry is probably the Steph Curry is a shooting guard, or is he a point guard? And he's one of the best shooting threes in the league, or at least he used to be all those years ago. Right, and the question is, would you rather have like one of the best all-rounders in the NBA on your team, or would you rather have one of the best, I guess, point guards in the league on your team? Right. Prop to move. So we generate all the props on your team. No, I mean the full quote says, but still better than a master of one. Oh, is that true? I remembered it incorrectly. I don't know. Then I disagree. I don't know. I feel like it's better to be really good at one thing, if possible. If you have the resources to like back you up at being really good at one thing, I think you should pursue it. Right? Just being really good at one thing means that you'll just lose to a bunch of other people who are really, really good at or being good at a lot of things means that you'll just lose to a lot of masters who are good at a lot of things. Though oftentimes better, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's kind of my philosophy though. Is that Jack of all trades means that, yeah, I guess you'll be better than the average person, but you'll still lose to a master, and then it just means that you'll lose to a lot of people in anything you do. So that's more of a philosophical question, is would you rather be, would you rather be first place in one thing, or like take second or third in a lot of things? I'm good at absolutely nothing. I think you're good at tuning into the stream. You are here a lot. You're number one in my heart for that. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's why they make things like decathlon competitions. Yeah. Or Ironman competitions. I've considered, like, I could probably train for it's not an Ironman. What's the shorter Ironman? I was considering I might do one of those one day, but I'm very bad at triathlon. Oh, triathlon, yeah. Well, no, there's a shorter one than that, right? There's like triathlons, and then there's one that's a little bit shorter than that, right? Because I knew a guy at work who used to who did a lot of the shorter triathlons, and then he moved on to just regular triathlons. So yeah, I mean, I'm very bad at swimming, which is of course the first event in a triathlon. But biking, no problem. Running, also no problem. But swimming, I kind of sink like a rock. Which is unfortunate, because I do have good form, if I do say so myself. I just struggle with staying afloat. Probably because I'm like way too nervous. I mean, it's specific for triathlon for the same people, and it's not hard to be here. Yeah, you're probably the best at being here, though. Which is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you feel about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know anyone who's done an Ironman. I know a few people who've done marathons, which is also pretty crazy. I know a lot of people who've done 10Ks. I've done an accidental 10K before. Or I guess I didn't participate in a 10K road race, but I did run 10 kilometers in a single run by accident. Because I got lost. I got lost and tried to just not use a map. And then ended up having to use a map anyways. Because I was just absolutely dying. And my 5K time is my best 5K time I've ever done is a 21. So at my best, I was averaging 24-minute 5Ks. I think nowadays I I run about a 27-minute. Yeah, well, once you break the 30-minute mark for running 5 kilometers, every minute you go down is like exponentially more difficult. Prop information. It's tough, man. So this connects to this, but is also connected. We're also connected to this all the way up here. So we're connecting two things to this. This loads in prop toggled. This takes a prop name and then creates all of these things, which also hook themselves up. I think also I need to remember, I need to do this. What is it? Tree. Exit tree. Then we'll do toggle. I don't think this is strictly necessary, but it does help. Prevents errors in the future. So exit tree, toggle, disconnect. Yes. And so these will all go away whenever you load in a new prop. And then when you move, so whenever we receive the move callback, where's the move callback? It's here. Sorry for just wiggling the screen around wildly. Oh, and when you create a new prop, so let's, oh, I have both ones. I have the same file open in both ones, so I'm not using it. So prop parent, boom, return prop parent. So create prop is called from this callback on add custom prop. Wait a minute. No, don't do this. What should I make in Python? I can't do fancy stuff because it's a cheap laptop. I don't know. I mean, you can still try to do Pygame, right? Or failing that, you can use Replit and then use that as your programming environment. Yeah, I would recommend using Pygame if you want to do Python stuff on a laptop. Since I think Pygame is still tagged to SDL1, but I might be wrong on that. Gotta look for a bit. That's how I feel getting up. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for hanging out in chat, Alazingi. And thank you again for the sub. Always appreciated. Good talking to you. It only has 4 gigs of RAM. That's enough to do some really quick Python programming. You know, as long as you're not trying to, you know, push a huge amount of graphics around, you should be able to run Pygame. You know, Pygame is a very, I don't know how loose of a wrapper it is, but it is pretty lightweight from what I understand. It's not suitable for real games, but it does, you know, it's good for prototyping. No, just text. Well, why can't you do something like this? So we'll go to Replit. Let's create a new REPL. Now let's do one that's set up already for Pygame. So do you want to do just text? I don't know. I'm not familiar with doing just text kind of applications. REPL. It's pronounced RAPL. Debatable. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, I pretty much only do visual stuff, so. Rappel. It's pronounced however you want, I guess. I know it is called a repl though. Replit. Oh yeah, this is SDL too. What do you know? Look at that. So you could do something like this, and then you can just go to this source. What did you start out as a first project, as your first time programming? So I guess that's a better question. My first project was making battleships. So I guess you could do battleships inside, like, you know, just the terminal, I guess. So let's try that out. Let's see. I can probably do that pretty quickly, right? So, you know, prints. Let's let's pivot really quick. Let's play battleship. Yeah, it's terminal only. I have an IDE. Well, if you have an IDE, then you can also run stuff like this, right? Are you using like PyCharm or something? Or are you using Genie? What are you using? So we can do like name. Let's input. You know, what's your name? And then we'll do. I have no clue what I'm doing. I know what Pygame is. It's this Pygame. Just Google Pygame. One of these. Not this one. Oh no. What happened to Pygame? Won't be able to run that? I think you will. Like, how old is your laptop then? Like, even if your laptop is super cheap, I think I'd be surprised. Like, are you able to run Chrome? Can you run Google Chrome? That's probably a good first question. I think Chrome is heavier than Pygame. I'll use Chrome for privacy reasons. Well, are you able to, I'm assuming that you're then using Firefox? Anyways, we can do This is the field. We'll make it an array of 1, 2, 3. So it's a 2D array of many arrays. Wait, so what browser are you using then? If you're not using... Oh, is this not how you do static typing? String. This is a list. Edge? Oh, you're using Edge? Well, yeah, Edge is basically Chromium, right? Then we can hit it with a while true. Or I guess while true guess is equal to input pick a row, I guess. Thorny IDE. What is Thorny? Thorny? No thons allowed. What is Thorny IDE? I've never heard of Thorny IDE. Thorny. Oh. Thorny. Thorny. I've never heard of this though. Thorny. How old is this? Fork on GitHub? Oh, interesting. Corrected myself. You blind potato. Okay. Is that a compliment? Potatoes, very nutritious root vegetable. What is this? Switch. How do you do match in Python? Python switch statement. Oh, Python doesn't have switch statements. Yeah. I mean, I would think just try to make Battleship. That's really good. That's a good one. And then you can, once you make single player Battleship, you can make multiplayer Battleship. right? So this is a 4x4 grid. So we'll do, we'll have some sort of setup function. So for I in range, stop, is it inclusive? So 3. So for I in range 3, no, for L in list, then we'll do for I in range 3, we'll do L dot, how do you do it? What's the syntax? We'll do L append, like a Z, like an O, big O. But yeah. How do I program an AI to recognize? That's a bit. Anything having to do with AI or machine learning, you need to go to school for that. I also need to go to school to that, so cannot do that. Cannot help you with that. That's the easiest explanation. So let's walk through it really quick. So for L in list, that means that we're iterating over all the contents of, not for L in list, it'd be for L in field. For machine learning, you generally do need to go to school for that. Because unless those resources are teaching you how to create your own machine learning models, because I'm not sure how you would just try to recognize a random string of characters. Like, you could try to use other people's models, but that's not really machine learning. You're just using machine learning. There's a difference. But yeah, so for L in field, so we're iterating over all the contents of this list that I just initialized there. Then for I in range 3, so you can think of the range as being 0, 1, 2, 3. So we're iterating over every one of those numbers, but I'm not using I, I'm just using it so I can iterate 3 times. And then we can do if guess is equal to something, I don't know. I guess we do need to have a display function, right? So we'll write it's print for L in field. I think we can just print L, and then that should be good enough. Quack, quack. What's your name? There's no space. Yeah, pick a row. Oh yeah, I remember now. This is what I learned way back in the day. Yeah, this is very retro. So we pick a row, and then we can do pick a column. So let's see, this is row guess. Let me see. Yeah, this is row guess. Then we can have column guess, something like that, right? And then from there you can do your own logic to see which thing that you picked, and then we can replace it with whatever. So let me just demonstrate that for you really quick, and then I'll let you do Battleship on your own, right? And I think you'll also have to do your own type checking as well, because I'm not gonna do that, because I don't remember how to do type checking in Python. So field, I think we can do int. I think rows are first, and then we want to do column. Int column guess is equal to x, right? So what's your name? Tim. Pick a row, 0. Hey, look at, I did it. Yeah, so I can demonstrate, so type checking, right? So whenever you're accessing an array, you must pass in an integer. An integer is just a whole number. So something like 1 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, 100 is a whole number. 1.1 is not a whole number, and therefore it's not an integer. And also, if I were to type in like x is not a number at all. So we can see here, so I pick a row x, pick a column, something, we run into an error, right? So what we would want to do ideally before we do this to signify that, check this out, you know, we picked a column, picked a row, picked a column, blah, blah, blah. Actually, this worked. Oh, it worked. I didn't have to flip it. Yeah. So before we actually do this kind of blind cast, we would need to see if, I don't know, is it row, guess, or is it type of? Type. Is int? If not, row is int, then we want to continue. If not, I said I wouldn't do it, but I just kind of figured it out. So continue allows us to move on to the next iteration, so we just skip. So that's type checking, right? So what's your name? We're not using it right now. Type in a row, so we're using you know, zero-based indexing, so because we're accessing the rows directly right now. Oh, actually it didn't work. How neat. Oh, because this is not it. Of course they're not ints because they're they come as strings. Yeah, I don't know. But that's what type checking is. Right? So that's what I would recommend. If you are trying to, if you're looking for a really easy project in Python to do that doesn't require any graphics, just make a battleship. And so you'll have to create two lists. So you'll have like the battleship, which will be some sort of list with that has all the points that it's currently present in. So I think what I would do would be just have some numbers here, or I guess not even numbers. I don't even know. You'll need to store where your battleship is, and then you'll need to have some sort of graphical representation of the field, which is what this code does for ln field, where remember field is an array of arrays, and we just print it out. And then you'll need some way to mark which places you've already guessed, and then you'll need some way to, I guess, inform the player that they've hit the battleship. And then, of course, once you've hit the battleship, you've hit all the parts of the battleship, you win, right? Anyways, that's what I would recommend. It's pretty easy. It does teach you a lot, especially once you implement the, you know, one-player battleship. Doing two-player battleship is a lot harder. Even though it's pretty much the same thing, just duplicated, it is a bit harder. Oh, and you know what? On move prop toggled. You know, actually, I'm realizing now that we didn't even need to pass along the prop name here. Although I think it is a good thing to check for correctness, possibly. Right? Because originally, I think what I was worried about, it was that I didn't have any way to store the prop. But you can see here I'm just storing the prop like that. But I think that's fine. That's fine. So I think if I store the current prop data as well, so we'll have like var current prop data, which is some sort of prop data, some sort of reference, right? Let's do it like that. And then prop to move is just comes from current prop data. So let's do current prop data is equal to @manager, which is our singleton manager. Our grab access our configuration manager, current model config, instanced props, prop name, and then that should be our prop data. Actually, this needs to be like this. Yeah, okay, that's better. I think I'm gonna go, getting tired. Good night. Good night, Dead Sec. Thank you for tuning in. Always nice to see you around. And take it easy. Well, yeah, keep it in mind, yeah? If you want to do a Python project, that's what I would recommend. Let's see, on move prop. Then we want to check. So does my prop data store the name as well? It doesn't. That's unfortunate. On move prop. So we're not using prop name, but it is nice to have. Prop toggle element. Thank you. No, thank you, good sir, or madame, whichever you may be. Perhaps you might be an Apache attack helicopter. You may never know. You know, as they say, on the internet, no one knows that you're a dog. Alright, I think we can just use regular props here, by the way. So, or regular toggles. I'm a gender fluid hermit crab. Oh baby. I don't know what that entails. Sounds a little degenerate, to be honest, but you do you. I'm not sure that you can just change your species like that. But, you know, I did see a story that there was someone out there that they just came out and were like, hey, guess what? I'm Korean now. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. But I'm not up to date with my, you know, Zoomer culture. I guess you can just say that you want to be a different ethnicity. Goodbye. Goodbye, DeadSec. Take it easy. Nice anime emote. Alright, so that's our event. Move prop, rotate prop. Toggle element, we can get rid of that. Yes. So we're not going to yeet it just yet, but let's add a to do. Remove this maybe. And so now we'll go back to our signal broadcaster. Move prop. So these are all just going to be accepting the value, right? So now these are just bools. So we do value, value. Bool. Let's see. Bool. Yeah. Something like that. So now we're just emitting things from this base toggle element, where this toggle element sends out the event name and the button state. It gets rebroadcasted by our GUI to our signal broadcaster, which then broadcasts back to the GUI, just in case there's other things we need it to, I guess, listen for. I suppose all this GUI stuff, we could just handle it inside the GUI instead of broadcasting from the elements up to the GUI, up to the signal broadcaster, then back down to the GUI. So we do have a few too many jumps, but we'll see how difficult this is to, I guess, keep in my head for now. For now, I think this is fine. Because at least everything is making use of it. And so if anything else in the application wants to hook into the signal broadcaster, then that's fine. I think the only problem is that there's really only two parts to the application, which is the model and then the GUI. So there's not too many other things that might want to hook into it. I suppose that, no, there's 3 parts, I guess. There's the model display screen, then there's the actual model itself, and then there's the GUI. So the GUI, or the model, does have its own kind of signals it wants to listen for. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Anyways, this one's pretty easy. Should move prop is equal to value. Yeah, these are all just raw setters. Should rotate prop is equal to value. Then should zoom prop is equal to value. And then we can then hook into our existing, you know, unhandled input stuff. Should modify bone. Intentionally verbose. We don't want to modify bone and move model at the same time. Yes. But do we want to move the prop at the same time as well? I wonder. I wonder if it's... yeah, maybe. Maybe. I guess technically all of these things still stay enabled. So... should modify bone. If is left clicking. I think this is actually not correct. So let's take that out. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Alright, so this one's not too bad. We can just insert this here. If should move prop, then we'll do the same thing, right? It'll be prop to move, translate, and we'll grab everything here. So it's pretty much the same thing. It is exactly the same thing, actually. And then, I wonder if there's a better way of doing this. Yeah, well, let's do a to-do. Like, this feels like there's a better way of doing this. To-do. There is a better way of structuring this. But of course, just doing this kind of all by hand will also just work. Which is why I'm just going to copy and paste this code and then replace the object that it's working off of. So we don't want to move our model twice. We just want to manipulate the prop. This needs to be modified. Right, so we can do elif event is action, scroll up, then do a thing, elif events is action, scroll down. So it is going to be a long if-else chain, but in this case it makes sense since it is our input event is pretty much only ever going to be one event at a time. So that's fine. So if should zoom model, then do this. Okay, child 0. So anything that uses model parent, by the way, needs to be modified for our prop, because our prop also uses the same idea of a model parent, and then the model, right? Because whenever you're rotating things in 3D, that does mess up how things translate in 3D. So you only want to rotate one of them. So it's like a gimbal system. You can think of it like that. So I think right now I only use I only use like a single state gimbal system. When I am working on a FPS game also off stream, and that uses I guess a double state gimbal system. So this should be prop to move, get child. Let's see, we'll grab this like so. This one is it should zoom model. But why zoom models? We'll grab this again. Okay, so if should zoom prop, then we'll want to do prop to move, get child. Yeah, there's definitely like a way better way of doing that, but whatever. Okay. So this is all of our kind of prop movement. This is our pose stuff. Yeah, so let's start labeling this. This is like pose, bone pose, zing. This is, hold on. This is model and prop movement. Okay. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right, I think. Does everything still run, by the way? Let's give it a try. Please don't crash. No crashes. Hey. So this still works. We can also rotate and then also do all of this at the same time. How nice. And also we can turn these off and see I'm clicking. Doesn't work, but if I press Control and then do all the associated actions, then it all works again. Okay, so custom props still probably won't work. You know what? Let's try it. I think I did build out enough of it that custom props might work. So let's go to users, views. Let's go to documents, and I should be able to just load in just the sprites. I haven't changed any of that. I can load in the thing I currently have. Okay, so it didn't create anything. How nice. Oh no. We also have an error. Result. Node set name condition is not true. Wait, what? Generate UI element, node name. So this is generate UI element from add custom prop. Base element, oh, okay, yeah, add custom prop. This one still doesn't have anything inside of it. That makes sense. I tried to set it to an empty string, which is wrong. Good to know. Where is this one? No? Add custom prop. On add custom prop. Okay, so this is one of the callbacks. Oh, it's this one right here. And then we're not doing anything with the toggle. So on add custom prop, we generate a UI element. Hold on. That's not right. So instanced props. This is our setup function. That's our prop data. And then we need to grab the prop path. Let's see. So how do I grab the file name? Like I just want... get file trim suffix. Okay, so we can use the prop path. There we go. I knew I would figure it out somehow. So we'll do prop data, prop path, get file, trim suffix, prop data, prop path, get extension. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's actually like super ugly, but you know how I do. So this is create prop. Create prop. So okay, this is still correct. Create prop. Where does create prop do? Create prop goes here. Prop. We add the prop, sure. And then toggle. Then we still need to get the... We still need to get the file name. So create prop, this is what it's doing. Prop path. So we can use the same thing here. So prop path, or pop up file, I guess, and then get file and do all the requisite file stuff, right? Yeah, we can do that. So let's, boom, hit it with one of these, then pop up file. Since we still have the pop up, so we can still access it. Pop up dot file. Data doesn't really have anything. Toggle, there's no data. It might be interesting to store data on it, but I don't think we need to. And then for the event, we'll do... What did I call the event, by the way? I've completely... I keep forgetting what I call these things. Prop toggled. Prop toggled. Right, and if I click on this, we can see that I'm using it several places. Right, so for one of our lists, it listens for a prop toggled. And then you can also see that this current class is also listening for prop toggled. However, this toggle here will be what'd you call it? It'll be generating prop toggled events. See? So I think it's a cool system, I think. So we have multiple things that generate their own kind of events. Yeah. And so now the only problem is I need to figure out how to add this toggle to the correct list. So this is our list. It's anything, it's inside of instanced props. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. This is what we want. Oh, we still have the prop data. Wait, no. No. Hold on. No, this is what we should be generating, and then it adds it to itself whenever we call setup. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to refill my water bottle, and I'll be right back. Like I need to take a walk. I need to think about this. So BRB. Hello, hello. I'm back. I'll be back. So, let's figure this out. So this is not relevant. This is just regenerating stuff. On add custom prop, what is this connected to? This is connected to the button. Yeah, this is connected to this button here. Not this button. Oh no. Do I need to have a second? I think I might need to have another signal in order to signal to this, oh my god. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So prop toggled. So add custom prop and then custom prop toggle created. Signal, tone, prop, custom prop toggle created. And then we'll just pass the toggle along. So this is going to have the value, right? Then we'll do function, broadcast, custom prop toggle created. And this will have some sorts of base elements inside of it. So value must be of type base element. No return value. Then we'll emit signal. Custom prop toggle created value. So we just rebrought. So we send it up the tree and then back down the tree, but on a different branch. I think that's a good way of thinking about it. And then here, what we can do, where is it? I'm not a huge fan of this this solution, but I don't have a reference to this list element, or I don't have a reference to this list element, this specific type of list element, which is tough. So I could keep a reference to it, or I can just broadcast and then hope it picks it up. I think I know which one I'm gonna do. Let me see. Yeah, we can do app manager, SB, broadcast, custom prop toggle created. And then we'll send along this toggle. It's kind of gross, but right. And then here we can just kind of hook it up if we need to. So these are load prop information. That's a good one. We can also do func. Let me see. On custom prop toggle created. I don't know. Maybe it would be better to just have a handle on each of the lists instead of kind of relying on the signal broadcaster to be like our kind of up and down movement. Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. How do I create these lists? So these lists are created by doing pretty much nothing. Like it's just the data bind. And so here's the data bind, and then the list figures out by itself what it wants to do. And I'm trying to avoid having too much hard-coded stuff in here. So let's do it. Let's do it like this. This is fine. So this is all kind of feature-related stuff. Features. And then there's going to be one for presets below this, and that's how I'm going to be organizing those presets. And so the hard part about the lists is that the lists manage their own elements, whereas for pretty much everything else, the GUI manages the elements directly, more or less. So remove this, maybe. Custom prop toggle created, we'll do like a VBox call deferred. Add child value. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. And I think, is this toggle named appropriately? It might be. Oh, and then we should do something like this. So it's like this, we'll grab this. What is validate node name? Okay, that's fine. Let me see. I feel like I need like another util just somewhere in this project to generate node names appropriately. Yeah, because I feel like this toggle needs to have... Oh, actually, prop toggle. No, I'm looking at this again. Hold on. Prop toggled. How does it know which prop to send? Oh, okay, it's the name. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So if we want to delete a prop, then we'll just have to loop through and then check the name to see. That's fine. That's pretty quick. You know, you might see a little stutter, but that's to be expected when you're deleting things, I guess. That's fine, that's fine. You might run into issues if you have things that are named the same thing as other elements, as other built-in elements, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, as they say. Let's see. Toggle, bum bum bum. This needs to be hooked up to this. So on custom prop toggle. So whenever it's an instance props, we'll do boom boom boom. App manager dot signal broadcaster connect. Let's see, which thing are we trying to connect to? Custom prop toggle created self, and then we'll connect whatever this is, right? And this is our setup function, and then we can also check if not app manager SB is connected, and then we'll just have to grab all of these and do this. Yeah, so don't connect it twice, otherwise we'll run into an error. If it's not connected, then do this thing, otherwise don't do this. Oh, this is Twitter. I clicked on the wrong thing. Instinctively clicked on Google Chrome when I was trying to switch over to other stuff. Anyways, let's try this. We should be able to probably manipulate props at this point, right? That might be kind of cool. So I still need to implement, populating values from the config file. Shouldn't be too hard, I think. He says nervously. So, alright, inspo. We'll grab this one. Non-existent function. Broadcast custom prop toggle. I keep... Toggle, not toggled. A toggled can be toggled. Let's Go into documents. Alright, not this one. This one. Still nothing. What happened to it? Should be here. It's not here. So, alright. Let's do this one more time, and then I'll need to, let's set a breakpoints in our list element. So this is it, VBox call deferred, whatever this is. And then also let's re-verify that we're doing everything correctly. So we go back to our GUI, not generate URL element, create prop, does all this stuff. We don't care about most of that. Then we go to add custom prop. And this is hooked up to our button. And so that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. File selected. We create the prop. That's our prop. Get child. Yep. And then we create a toggle. And then we broadcast this over. Okay. And then this is the signal that we're looking for. Custom prop. And then we're trying to listen for custom prop toggle created. Custom prop toggle created. Yep, that's the same one. Yep. It calls all this stuff. There were no errors. That's fine. Prop name. No. This is all good. Yeah, okay, so we do need to set a breakpoint. And then just see what's going on. So, set a breakpoint here. And then also... Well, I know it's being called. I just need to see if we're hitting this point. So, features. Add custom prop. Users. V's. Nuts. Art is inspo. One of these. Oh, so we're not hitting it. Okay. Okay. So we're not hitting it because... Oh! Is this part not getting... This part's not getting set up. Is that... Wait, no. Instanced props. So is this just not getting toggled then, huh? So it's this part. It's this part, I think. So we go to features, instanced props, custom props, list, data, data bind. I don't know. I feel like it's there. I can see it, so probably works. Documents, art inspo, one of these. Actually, we should have hit this breakpoints immediately, so that's a problem. Mapped bones does work. So it has something to do in our GUI then. Check it out, our GUI file is absolutely ginormous. So this is our list. If data has XML constants data. So we only have two lists. So let's set one of these. I think it's probably this. This is spelled wrong. Did I spell this wrong? Instanced props. Instanced props? No? Okay. So we should hit the breakpoint. Yeah, there's our breakpoint. Match value. Mapped bones. Sure. So we're not hitting anything for custom props. let's think about why. He says as he kind of rotates his chair around to stop standing up. I do have a standing desk. I'm very bougie like that. I don't know. I feel like when I stand for too long and I use the computer at the same time, my back starts to hurt. Kind of a weird thing to have happen to you. I wonder if my posture when I'm using the computer is bad. It must be something that happened to me somewhat recently, because I used to use a standing desk all the time when I used to work in an office. Oh, hello, Ren. I'm still unloaded. 060 physics work. Oh, baby. Are you running into any problems? Or does it work as expected? I hope it's just working as expected. I think the presets broke again, but I don't think they were supposed to be working in the first place. They actually are supposed to be working this time. They are supposed to be working now. So if they're not working, then that's a new bug. Gonna be honest, I'm not sure how this is working, but so if we do this, I mean, we hit it with a load. Takes a little bit. Oh, geez. Oh, this config file is broken, by the way. Let's get out of there. Load this one. Oh, geez. You know what? I think I see what you're saying. I think they might be super broken. Look at that. What happened there? Yeah, I don't know. Yep, I can't save a preset. Okay. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. I wonder if it's the props. You know what? It's if you have... Do you have props enabled? Let me stop the face tracker and just get rid of this really quick. I'm gonna drop some frames. Ah. Okay, good, we didn't drop any frames. Sometimes we do lose some frames whenever I click that button. Alright, so there's our app config, but I think that's only for debug. Let me open up a new window. So this is what I would recommend doing. So you go into app data, roaming, Godot, then let's see. Where does O come in the alphabet? Open CFace, and then just grab all of these and delete them. And you can start it again. Look at this. Now we reset to just the duck. Apply properties, run face tracker. I don't have any props. Okay, hold on. We can figure this out. Alright, so that's the duck. Apply properties, and then we can load a model. This is the current version, by the way, not the one I was working on. Go to Alicia, load in this one. Neck is currently broken, but that happens. What happened here? Reset model pose. Yeah. Not really sure what happened there. Then we'll have to grab the spine, neck again, map those. Now we're just T-posing. Very intimidating. Hold on. I did test this before, so I'm concerned to be sure. Let's just move them down very carefully. Where's the right arm? Yeah, I think I should have another button that's like reset to A pose. That would probably help. Duck. I am not a duck. I'm an anime girl. His arms are also kind of like randomly kind of askew. Hello. I am now anime girl. Let me go back to duck. Load preset. I mean, seems to work. It might be if you have two files, two presets with the same name, that might be broken. I want the duck. All right, let me help you out. Where are you? I got you. Yeah, I think if you have two presets with the on the same model, that might break stuff. Yeah, I think that might be what's happening. Okay, two presets with the same model, and if they don't have different names, that might be breaking stuff. I'm not sure. I am noticing that props are just completely broken in terms of presets. So try not to do that too often. Yeah, there's something wrong with that kind of logic, but with this entire UI rewrite, I think we should be on a better track anyways, right? Since now we're doing like a complete cleanup anyways, it's easier to clean everything up. Although, for some reason, I'm not able to see this thing. So override base setup function, that's fine, but we don't hit this breakpoint, which means that we're not able to add custom props. Okay, only some presets are broken. I think if you have... I don't know anymore, some of them work fine. I have no idea. I have no idea. I can reproduce broken presets on my end as well, but it's hard to say. I think some data is getting stuck somewhere. So I'm not entirely sure. I'll need to think more about that. Right now, it does seem to be something that has to do with, I guess, props. So if you ever use any props, I think some data somewhere gets corrupted. Why exactly, I'm not sure, but it's not the config file's fault, I think. It might still be the config file. In which case, it's how I'm handling config file generation that's the problem. It wasn't the config file itself. But it's tough, it's tough. Let me know if you find anything else, or if you have, like, I guess, steps to reproduce the error. Because right now, I notice that it breaks sometimes. I just don't know when it breaks, if that makes sense. Like, I know generally what makes it break, but I don't know exactly. But I think the easiest solution around it is to just not really use the presets, unfortunately. But my gut feeling right now is something with generating custom props that breaks stuff. So if you ever use any of the custom props, then your config file is just broken. Which is unfortunate. So I'm not able to hit this one. Actually, if I just... Why not just bring back a default? Then we'll see. Let's hit it with a app manager, log message, data bind. Yeah. So we should see two messages. Loading metadata, loading GUI file. Let's see. Unhandled list type receiver. Oh. Well, that's one of them. I didn't notice that error before. Unhandled list type receiver? Where? Oh, it's prop receiver. What is this called? What is this map to? Prop receiver. Wait. Wait, what? So I can see here we have unhandled list type receiver. Hey. Data. Which one of these is receiver? This is a prop receiver. Huh? Is it in presets? This presets has a preset receiver. Okay, so that should go away. Because there's only a few types. There's only 2 types, right? What else do we have in our log? Nothing. Oh, is it? No, wait. No, it is. Yeah, loading GUI file. I don't know why I keep saying model XML loaded. Where is model XML loaded coming from? Let's figure this out. What does this do? Oh, so custom command allows you to do. It's kind of undocumented kind of stuff, but you can kind of see here. These buttons, they all have names on them. This one says randomize, this is duckify, small, and chonky. So if I were to write random chonk jump, we can do that. So it basically just bundles together multiple channel point rewards for the cost of 1. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a casual, you can use the buttons. If you are, pro hacker, you can type in just the whatever you want. And as long as those words are present in your message, I guess I'll kind of redeem the channel point reward for you for the price of 1. So as long as you know what they're called, you can use it. Anyways, small jump. What the heck? I think you disappeared, by the way. What happened? Oh, if you get too small, you just go away. Oh, okay. So wait. Oh, actually, check that out. I turned you upside down. Congratulations. When you get too small, you actually just turn upside down. I didn't realize that. But I'm going to say that's a feature. Because it's not broken, technically. I guess you're just upside down. Would you like to be turned right side up again? I can do that for you as well. But this should be called... No, okay. Unhandled data bind. Alright, so some sort of bug here. Not sure what happened. But we're not loading in all the list elements that we need to load in. Which is concerning, because I'm not... I can see that we're reading all of the files. I think. Actually. Here. Invalid, blah blah blah. XML file to parse. Loading GUI file. Where's my print statement? Data is complete, break. Boom, boom, boom. I can see here that that this is hard-coded, model XML loaded, and then it's just sent every single time after we load in something. So where's my... I must have like a model XML loaded. Huh, is it in base view? No. Why would I think this? Is it in GUI parser? I don't know. I think I'll have to do a grep. You know what? I think I am just going to grep for it. How do you grep for string in files? There we go. Good old Stack Overflow. So grep RNW, that looks familiar. Alright, so grep RNW, path is somewhere here. Pattern is model XML loaded. So I think that's hard-coded somewhere. I need to remove that, or at least find out where it is. So we'll wait a little bit. I know that this command is a little inefficient. So it goes. We're waiting. Hopefully we can find out where this is, and then I actually kind of doubt that this is causing some problems. It's just annoying to have in the log. Maybe we won't find it. I don't know. We'll wait on it. In the meantime, I guess we can just run one more time. So GUI file parser, we can close that. So in the ready function, so these are all our log messages. It's gonna bother me to no end if I don't know where it's coming from. Please. Still hasn't found anything. Okay, so let's just do one of these. So we should see this fired 3 times actually. So 1, this is, let me see. So result name, what is your name? Or what is the display name? This is map bones, that's fine. Custom props, no result. If data has XML constants type. Oh. Wait, what? Hold on, that's not right. Oh, it's in the model. GUI model. Oh. Oh, it's in this one. Model.gd. Oh, fantastic. I don't even remember why this is happening. Okay, so let's just add a pass. I think this is just like to demonstrate that you could do this. Anyways, what is this? XML constants type. Alright, that's cool. You don't have to tell me. I can find it. I'm a big boy. Type. Type. Yeah? What? This does exist. Yeah, this is called type. List type. Huh? What? Okay, so hold on. Something is not right here. So send it once. Now we need to look at the data one more time. What do we have inside of here? Custom props, instanced props. Actually, that's fine. Instanced props. And that's our data type. Sure. Data has data, then we set the data bind. Results add to group. Boom, boom, sure. No event. The parent is correct. Return results. Call deferred, add child in the left V box. Sure. And then this one should be, yeah, prop. Yeah. Prop toggle. Load information. Nice. Okay, so that's. So. This still doesn't explain why we're not able to do. Wait, what did I do? Let's compare. Oh jeez. Revert to the file contents. Okay. How scary. So instanced props. Wait. No, that's right. Custom props. Instance props. And then when do we call setup then? So this is right. And then we should be calling, emit signal setup completed. Let's see if this breaks. Let's see if it breaks what? Oh, it doesn't. So, it only takes it once. So if you do it multiple times, I have intentionally ignored the rest. Although, this will be kind of jarring if I do this, because I think it'll just get infinitely big. Let's use the touchpad on my laptop as well, and just make this super obnoxious. So it just fills up the entire screen. Something like that, so I can still grab you. Wow. Alright, but we're not gonna do that. Thought you probably made a size barrier for Chonky. Oh, there is no size barrier now. It's pretty much just, if I notice that you're abusing the size system, I'll just go in and reset your scale. Or time you out. That's fine. I'll notice. I'm pretty good at reading chat and trying to stay focused at the same time, because I do try to take my mind off of whatever I'm doing, just so I don't tunnel too hard on one specific idea. Because I do acknowledge that this does happen to me fairly often, is I just forget about the other things I should be doing. Where is this? Emit signal setup completed. Base view. Huh? Set up. Base view. Set up. So we did do a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is wrong. This should be here. Right? Is that why it's not working? Okay. Let's try it one more time. No, okay, that's not it. That's not it. Why isn't this working, man? So this should be okay. Let's run it through one more time. There's something wrong. So GUI. So we have features. Left container. Left container should have. Well, I guess we can't check the group here. But we have custom props. So, and there's the data bind. Label text, parents, vbox, then constants prop data that's able to generate more prop datas. But whenever we call setup, it's not working. Because base view. Hold on, base view. Wait a minute. Duck. Hello, Knock. How are you doing today? Feels bad, man. You tried. You tried. Gave it your best shot. It's okay. Would you like to be upside down as well? All you have to do is, I guess, make yourself small several times. Okay. Wow. So I just invert the scale. So now you're upside down as well. But that's the trick, is to just make yourself small many times. Yeah, I didn't realize that would happen, but there we go. Found that. It's a feature, not a bug. Base view setup. Base view has method setup, and we'll call setup. But yeah, it's going pretty well. You know, at work, figured out how to inject variables into, you know, some Golang code during compilation time. Actually took a lot longer than I thought it would, because all the Stack Overflow features are from like way long ago, and all the newer answers don't have examples. So it's just, or none of the newer ones have examples from multiple variables. So it's just very slowly running through all the possible permutations so I can inject, you know, secrets into the finished binary. What I'm trying to figure out right now, right, is this. So I think I've fixed, or I've actually finished this part, which is custom props. So you can see here that when I load in, let's see, just pretty much anything really, one of these, it loads in properly, but no toggle appears, and thus I cannot click on these toggles, which should also appear. And so the problem is that this setup code is never called, right? So we never hit that breakpoint for whatever reason. It's a little comical. There's two upside down ducks. Yeah, I like the custom command. So it's like, if you're a normie, you can use like the buttons, but if you just know the commands, you can get more for the price of one. Yeah. So it's a value pack, but you have to type it in yourself. Reverse hacker tax, yes. Yeah, I just read the code. Okay. It's a very inefficient system. So I don't think it'll really scale that high if there's a lot of people redeeming all at once, but you know. You don't have a limit set? Yeah, I don't have a limit set. But to counteract that, do you realize that I can reset your scale if you make yourself too big, like you have done. So let's make this a bit smaller. You're a little too big. How dare you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I did initially set you to be very small, aka upside down. Yeah, I think it only takes a few redemptions though to turn yourself upside down. I think though, right? Because doesn't it every single one of those gives you one? Is it 1 scale or is it 0.1 scale? Or is it 0.2 scale? I forget how much scale it gives you. But I know that my kind of manual clicking button only gives you 0.1, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, isn't that I had invisible by just 1 tiny? Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. Sometimes that happens. I'm not sure why. There's bugs. And then there's bugs that are... There are good bugs and bad bugs. I think the upside down one is a bug that I had not considered would happen, but you know, it's pretty good. Instanced props. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out why this function isn't being called. The commands also call the GUI function, so I assume the buttons do the same. So the buttons are slightly different. I think the buttons... Let me see. I know where... I know where to look. So it's in screens, screen plugins, chat minions. I think it's in GUI. No, it's in chat minions. GUI make chonky. Oh, is that what the GUI does? I totally forgot. It's only called by commands while the buttons don't use the GUI functions? I don't remember. I do know that whenever you redeem it, it's on a different scale. That's what I thought. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they were on a different scale though. Yeah, maybe not. I have no idea. Yeah, I thought the power level between my buttons and your buttons were different, but maybe they're not. Commands you the default. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I thought I made them different, but I guess not. Yeah. I don't remember. I thought I made them different, but maybe I didn't. It's possible. It's very possible. I just forgot to make them different. It's like I thought I was gonna make them different and then just kind of didn't do it. It's a very common occurrence for me. What I'm trying to figure out now is how I'm calling setup on all of these. So I believe somewhere that I'm so signal setup completed. I don't think this is what we need. One of these functions somewhere. Oh, it's this one, whenever your model is loaded. So I wonder if it's a race condition and I've just been depending on the race condition. I wonder if that's it. You know what, that's probably it. I was probably depending on the race condition. Yeah, you know what? I was probably depending on the race condition. That's not good. So let's have this bar completed initial. That's not how you do it. Completed initial setup, false. So this is just a flag that exists here. Completed initial setup is equal to true. Right. And then we can do here. So if while not completed initial setup, get tree, or no, we want to yield get tree idle frame. Okay. So hopefully this will set. Oh, actually, I took away the breakpoint like an absolute moron. Okay. Place at the breakpoint. Okay. Unhandled list type preset receiver, that's fine. Loaded text scene file. So this is what I'm thinking, right? Is that we're hitting a race condition. We're hitting a race condition here. Not here. Where is it? Oh, I'm completely lost. Where is it? I was just looking at it. He's lost. Okay, so we're hitting a race condition here. So when we're doing our initial setup, our model gets loaded before everything gets set up. So this is it. So this only calls like node setup on like one node, which is incorrect. So we should be doing, I think I just need to manually call this function here. So I'll grab this. Actually, and let's just throw it into its own private function, I guess. Why not? Because they're now reusing it. Oh baby. So let's do func set up GUI nodes. Yeah. Look at that. So just very slowly scroll up. Hit it with one of these. And then here. So now we don't need initial setup completed. We can take that out. Let's see. Alright. So we should still have the breakpoint here, so let's give it a try. Mapped bones. Invalid get index skeleton on base nil. Oh, because this one finishes... Okay, hold on. There's a race condition that I was inadvertently depending on. I think this one needs to be down here. This one needs to be here. This one needs to be here. Oh, hello, Natspooky. How are you doing tonight? Today? Maybe it's morning for you? If so, salamat pagi to you. Which has a few meanings depending on which Southeast Asian language you speak. But I think this is the problem. It's 3:30 a.m. I see. It's very early for you then. So I guess it is technically morning, but not what most people would consider morning, I guess. If while not model get tree, well no, we want to yield get tree frame. I wonder if this is going to break. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay. There's a race condition here, and it's just absolutely killing me. What's your opinion on Windows 11? I think Windows 11 is probably one higher than Windows 10. Yeah. I think that's probably that's probably true. But don't quote me, I'm not a mathematician. He's right. What's supposed to happen? So what's happening right now is that... Let me take this stuff out. So the problem here... Oh! Now it works. What the heck? Okay. Unhandled data bind. What? What's the data bind? Oh, and there is no data bind. Oh, that's good. Redeem to hydrate. Thank you very much. I will drink 200 ml of water. Really should drink more water. I think today I barely drank any water for whatever reason. Yeah, but not what has been happening is that I've not been able to hit this block of code for some reason, which was preventing me from being able to add custom props and see how the kind of like signals I'll propagate. So I'm pretty sure it's because it's because of some sort of race condition having to do with the model loading in, which is why I was trying to, I guess, reset up the models independently. But yeah. Invalid. Wait. What? Oh, I typed in this. Typed in this. Just absolute genius. Hold on. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, but Windows 11, honestly, I don't really have an opinion, so probably the wrong person to ask. I wish they didn't make me update constantly, but so, you know, so it goes. That's Microsoft for you. Oh, look, it works. So there's Fisherman 1. No prop details, but we do have just this thing pop up, which is nice. I'm not sure what I'm doing differently though, right? The only thing I really changed in GUI is I've stopped emitting the signal so high up. So what is catching this signal? Because I never attach it to anything. Do I? Like, this isn't even inside of Signal Broadcaster. Setup completed. Yeah. Oh, is it main screen? Does main screen listen to this? It might. It does. Ah. Okay, that's what was breaking it. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's neat. So if data bind, well, if not data bind. Okay, so I think my problem is I just messed up my white space. So you hate to see that. Anyways, we should be able to run it now without running into any errors. We're still not propagating the, I guess the the correct signals over to the other side just yet, but I think my logic is still more or less correct. I just need to hook it up properly. So snide comment about white space. Yeah, I think this is one of the times where it's completely fricked me, but yeah, you win some, you lose some. You know, benefits of white space-based languages. You kind of have a kind of enforced style, which is nice. Downside is that it's kind of hard to see where your lines ends or when your blocks end. Anyways, I don't know why this isn't working, so let's go into which one would have it? Is it my signal broadcaster? I think it's my signal broadcaster. So for sure it needs to pass through our signal broadcaster. So we'll go to props toggle. So let's add a breakpoint. Let's just toggle it. All right, that's good. So it's not hooked up. So now we need to look inside of our GUI and then see if that signal is firing. And if not, then that's a huge problem. Oh, you know what? Oh no, never mind. It's not even hitting this part. That's tough. Well, anyways, I think I'm more or less done for today. So let's do. So we'll push our progress. Git add all. Git commit. Implement handlers for props. Git push. Yeah, if you have any ideas for I guess other channel point rewards, let me know. I have gotten a few, but we'll see. Could be fun to implement though, since it's pretty much like these all are just like game objects, so it's not too hard to just find them and manipulate them. I feel like a jump scare would be fun, but yeah, but sometimes I would get jump scared. I don't want to get jump scared. That sounds scary, man. Yeah. No, I'm not trying to be like a Germa and do like a weird dollhouse thing where you can antagonize the streamer. That might be it's a bit much. It's a bit much. Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. No. What? Toggle. I said I was done, but let me check this really quick. Check toggle value events name. Yeah. I don't know. There's some reason for it, but anyways. Look up channel points to let us send undo to VS Code. That sounds absolutely horrible. Yeah, that does sound like a fun stream, but not now. Maybe later. I wonder, actually, is there a VS Code Twitch extension? VS Code Twitch integration. Twitch chat. So there is a Twitch chat extension. I don't know why you would want this in your VS Code. But this is only Twitch chat. Yeah. You know what that means. I can write my own VS Code extension to hook into the Twitch pub sub API. Yeah, it could be possible, yeah. Has there been a Twitch codes VTuber renderer stream? Be the first. I don't know how well that would work. I don't know. I think it'd just be a lot of random typing. Maybe like Twitch codes hello world. We'll see if that's possible first before we get into like the more complicated stuff like 3D rendering. That could be fun, yeah. Twitch codes like hello world, speedrun, RTA, world first. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, working on probably this again, since we're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close in terms of, you know, finishing up this entire UI rewrite. And, you know, where the UI rewrite, you can just reorder things if you want. And I've already tested that it actually works. So as long as you don't mess up any of the XML formatting, here, let me show it for the viewers who weren't here. So check this out, right? So you can see our load model and set model as default buttons are up here. We can actually just throw them down here, give it a save. And look at that, it works. And it'll even work in exported mode as well, which is the benefit of doing this dynamically. So that's neat. And I wonder if you can have the same button twice. I wonder if this will break. I don't know why you would want to do this, but you could. Oh, look at that. It works. Look at that. Thank you for redeeming a hydrate. Yeah, so if you had like your own custom workflow you wanted to do, I guess that would be the use case. Let's drink 200 more milliliters of water. Let's get really close to the mic. I wonder how audible that is. I was trying to look at my audio levels on OBS while I was doing this. But yeah, it's not, well, apologies. I don't really have a good face cam. But yeah, if you're new here, give the channel a follow. Join the Discord if you want to stay up to date on, you know, just random updates on whatever I'm working on. Like, I recently finished a game jam project. It's not very good, but I think the idea is a good one. So, you know, good self-promotion there. And yeah, all their social stuff in the description. Give this project a star on GitHub if you want, I don't know. And yeah, take it easy. Goodbye. Actually, I have a lot of viewers, or I have more than more than no viewers. So let's raid somebody. Any suggestions on who to raid? Who would we like to raid? No suggestions. I will just find someone doing Godot, probably. Or not probably, for sure. So let's see. Game development. With someone who... Also not too many viewers. Let's see. Oh, there's Jitspo. Yeah. Nate the Sound Ninja. Is that their actual username? I don't think it is. Yeah, we're gonna raid Jitspo. No spaces. Nate the Sound Ninja. Yeah, he does music. Alright, well, I'm sorry, Knock. I've decided before I saw your message. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. From 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, working on more stuff like this. Goodbye. Sending it.